Okay, everybody, so if you can make sure that you're muted and also that your video is turned off, apart from Verity and Kyla, and then hopefully that will be a little bit less distracting. And as I said, at the end we'll open up to any questions. But yeah, we're just about ready to start. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for logging on. Lots of lovely faces on here tonight. And we're very excited tonight to share with you. If you're not muted, please mute yourself. Oh, that might be Onu, baby Onu. We might be joined by a couple of babies tonight. So if you're not muted, please mute yourself. So we don't have any unneeded background noise. So yes, we're very, very excited to share with you our webinar tonight for essential oils for pregnancy, birth and beyond. And it's a subject very close to our hearts indeed. So before we start, and we do have a lot to cover, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself, first of all, and introduce you to my lovely colleague. So I'm Emily, for anybody who hasn't met me before. I am a doTERRA Diamond, and I am a mummy of 3 lovely boys. I've got Frankie, who's 6, Mickey, who's 3, and Ziggy, who is 11 months old. Now, my brief story in a nutshell is that I was an ex-performer. I've always been interested in health and wellness and looking after myself. But for me, essential oils were always very much sort of a nice smell, bit of lavender on the pillow, something like that. I didn't really understand the true power and magic of essential oils. But things changed very much for me nearly 7 years ago when I became a mother for the first time to my eldest son, Frankie. And I just really felt this enormous urge to want to protect my babies and my children and to look after them in a safe and natural way that I believed in. And that's definitely where it started. I also lost my father very suddenly, and I think those two things coinciding together sent me off on a journey exploring natural solutions. And when I started to learn about doTERRA, I got very excited because I'd heard a lot about how special these oils are, and also the ways that you could use them. And then about 2 years ago, I saw the doTERRA stand at the Mind, Body and Health show in London. I bought my oils, and as soon as I took the lids off, I could just smell the difference. I was blown away. And I started using them on myself and on my family, and I was blown away by the results and very, very excited. And this led me instinctively to start sharing them with whoever who would listen. And since then, I have been so empowered and inspired by all the stories of people that have been using the oils who have benefited them in so many different ways, physically, emotionally, for the body, mind, and for the heart. And so I'm very, very grateful to have these oils myself in our lives as a mother, but I'm also very, very passionate about sharing them. And this subject, this class that we're talking about tonight is a very close one to my heart. So now I'm going to pass you over to my lovely friend, Verity.
Hello, Emily. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm on 2 devices at the moment, and I've got 2 children up, so apologies for any noise in the background, but this is how we roll in this business. So my name is Verity. Sorry, just a minute. So my name is Verity, yes, and I have actually been involved in the company not very long actually, but I have actually been using the oils for the last, I'd say, 9 months. And I discovered the oils when I was pregnant with my youngest little one, which is here, Honor. He is now 6.5 months. So, what can I say? They blew me away. They absolutely changed everything for me. I had a particularly difficult pregnancy the second time around, and I had lots of different ailments really, and Emily came to the rescue and gave me some beautiful oils to use on myself, which really made my pregnancy so much better, and it was incredible. So I was hooked when using the oils, and now I've decided to do the business. So this webinar really excites me because obviously it's very close to my heart. It's a recent event for me. It's happened not long ago, and it's really good. And also, I'm really excited to share how the oils really helped in my labour as well. So that's really exciting.
Lovely, thanks Verity. It's so lovely to be able to work with my best friends, it's amazing. And passing on to another lovely lady who is Kyla. And so Kyla, if you want to just introduce yourself, Kyla, we're very excited to have Kyla join us tonight because she's got lots and lots of experience and a wealth of knowledge and is just very lovely too.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, my name is Kyla, and I am involved in women's health and well-being. So everywhere, everything from menarche through to menopause. I am a doula, holistic therapist, and energy healer, and I also teach yoga, as well as do lots of other things around the house. I recently just come across doTERRA oils, sort of more officially. I actually experienced them about a week ago. So I am really excited, like so excited. I've been explaining it like I'm the personification of spring. Like I'm literally bursting with excitement and enthusiasm and energy. Yeah, about the products, but also just the time of year. So I'm really excited to be here, and thank you so much, Emily, for inviting me to join you. And yeah, I really look forward to sharing this journey with you and with the lovely Sarah Barber, who's also on this call tonight. So I'm really happy that she's here as well. She's a dear friend. Yeah. So yeah.
Amazing. Right, let's crack on. We've got lots to cover. So, okay, so what a wonderful miracle you are. I like this picture. So expectant mothers can diffuse, apply, or even ingest doTERRA essential oils throughout their pregnancy to support against common pregnancy discomforts, okay? So, from nausea to morning sickness, stretch marks, essential oils boost your immune system and help you to have a happy and healthy pregnancy. Now, there's significant evidence that suggests that a mother's physical and mental wellness during pregnancy can affect the outcome of her pregnancy and also the baby's well-being, okay? So, the topic of essential oils in pregnancy is a controversial subject, okay? So some of you may have seen some negative research about not using essential oils during pregnancy. However, what we want to tell you about is the difference when it comes to doTERRA essential oils, okay? So this research that you may come across is not to do with doTERRA oils, which are very, very different because, and I will go into this in a little bit more detail shortly, because of their rigorous testing for purity, and because we can be sure that there are no contaminants or pesticides or herbicides or chemical residues. There's nothing in there. And the other thing that doTERRA do as well is they choose specific plant species, so they know that their oils are going to have the desired therapeutic and safe effect, okay? And I followed this lady, Stephanie Fritz. She's got a couple of books out, and she is known as the Essential Midwife. She's a midwife with many, many years of experience using doTERRA essential oils. And I like this here. It says, it's a quote from her book, "I have not been given stewardship over your body, and you and your baby only have this right." And that is totally true. So what you have to do is do what you feel comfortable with. Follow your mother's intuition. It's very, very powerful. I found essential oils really complemented my pregnancy and supported me, and I had a wonderful, happy and healthy pregnancy with Ziggy. I didn't have the essential oils with the other two, and it was amazing to see the difference in some ways. And I had an incredible labour, and I now have a very, very happy, chilled out baby. So we're going to move on now and talk to you a little bit about why doTERRA oils are different. So Verity, would you like to tell us a little bit more about doTERRA oils?
Yeah, I'd just like to add as well, I had two very different labours with my two children, and I just want to reiterate as well that I had an incredible birth the second time round, and I really do believe that the oils contributed to that massively. So let's talk about beautiful essential oils. So what is an essential oil? Most people don't really know exactly what they are, and I'll just do a quick brief explanation. So essential oils are basically volatile liquids that are extracted from plants. So they're extracted from all different parts of the plant, so the seed, the bark, the stem, the leaves, the roots, the flowers, and etc. So they are extracted by the plants by steam distillation or cold pressing. So have you ever noticed when you peel an orange, for instance, and you have that kind of beautiful spray that kind of hits you in the face and the aroma hits you straight away? That is basically an essential oil. And it's something that you always remember, which is the aroma from the oil. So basically, essential oils are the plant's immune system. So they protect the plant from environmental effects in the sun, from extreme temperatures, hot and cold, they repel insects, and more importantly, they resist infection and disease. So we can use essential oils, basically the same benefits for our bodies, which is really exciting, and in the same way. So essential oils are like 50 to 70% more potent than their herbal equivalent. And just to give you a kind of brief, 1 drop of peppermint oil is actually the equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So, that just sort of tells you what the potency is like. And they are basically Mother Nature's plants. So doTERRA oils are very special because they are actually certified pure therapeutic grade. So they are 100% pure and 100% organic. And the reason why this is because of the way doTERRA source the essential oils from the plants. So the plants are basically sourced from all around the globe. And sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I'm going back and forth. And the great thing that they do is that they actually only source from the plant where the plant grows in its natural environment. So, and another thing that doTERRA use is co-impact sourcing. So we source from all around the world, and we actually help the communities that we harvest from, working together to produce these amazing oils with incredible purity, and providing income and support for like some of the remote countries and third world countries actually as well. That was really important to me, why I wanted to kind of use the oils as well.
Credit card tonight.
But that also is
put it in your wallet.
Really key to why they are so special and they are so potent, and then we get the results that we really want from these oils. Oh, I don't know.
The pin is on its way.
I'm just trying to.
Right,
no, I don't think you need to pin to activate it. But
so there are 3 ways in which you can use essential oils. So the first one is aromatically. So you can take the aroma straight from the bottle or inhaled from your hands. And a great way to use the oils is in a diffuser like this. doTERRA do some beautiful
Oh, that is depends. They arrived at the same
Sorry,
time.
can everybody just mute yourselves, please, if you're not muted already? Just because I think Anna, there we go, perfect. Lovely. Okay, is Verity back? Have I lost Verity?
Hello, hi, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so as I was saying, you can use a diffuser. So we use cool water diffuser, and it basically breaks the oil into a fine mist and puts the molecules in the air so you can breathe them. They can freshen, improve the air in your home. The molecules can be antiviral, antibacterial, antiseptic properties. That kills pathogens in the air, which is really great as well to have in our homes if we have any nasty bugs that come home, especially when you have children. That happens quite often. So yeah, it's that's the first way. And then the second way to use essential oils is topically. So this is when you apply it directly to the skin, so you can massage it in. Now the oils can be used neat, and we only usually recommend this in like an acute situation. So this is usually recommended, you know, if you just need like a burn or something and the oil has to go straight on. But usually we dilute, and actually during pregnancy, we would always recommend that you dilute the oils. It doesn't make them any less effective at all. It actually helps you to distribute the oil onto a larger surface of your body. And if you're giving yourself a lovely massage, which we often like to do when we're pregnant, so it's much easier when you dilute that with a carrier oil. Also, your oils will last a lot longer, so this is really great as well. And we always suggest that you dilute with children and babies. And with babies, we always start with the bottom of the feet, and then we can place on the chest and other different areas. Can
I just add in there?
Yes.
Yes. When it comes to dilution, because everybody's chemistry is different, we would actually suggest dilution for everybody initially, and you know, being very much in tune with your body and listening to your body, because you know, an oil that is very gentle for one person may not be the same for somebody else. So what you need to do is obviously be careful when you first start using an oil and dilute, and then just work with your body and follow the guidelines to be safe. And yeah,
which we're here to help you with that as well. So if you have ever any questions, we're always here to help you. Yeah. And the last way to use essential oils, which is really exciting because our oils are CPTG tested, they are absolutely safe for you to use internally. And this is something that actually blew me away, because the results that I've actually had using the oils and during my pregnancy internally was amazing. So I love it. So it basically, you can take these oils internally, like a drop in a glass of water. Sometimes you may put a drop under your tongue, or some oils it's quite good to put on the roof of your mouth. Frankincense is an amazing oil for migraines, and actually at a vegan fair that I was at this weekend, I actually cured someone's migraine, which just was amazing. It was like the highlight of my weekend. I loved it. And we can gargle with the oils and swallow. And we can also place them in veggie caps, which are like, you can buy from doTERRA for a couple of £, and you actually put the oils directly into the veggie cap, and then you take it like you would do a medicine. So it's really great. Also, and cooking, which is really good, which I love to do now. You can cook with the oils. We don't actually advise that you heat them up, but when you've finished cooking something, that food is cooling down, you can add and one of my favourite things now to do with the oils is beautiful salad dressing. And I loved that during my pregnancy as well. I ate lots and lots of salads. I didn't really feel like eating heavy foods all the time, so it was really great. Excellent. Should we go to the next slide, Emily? Is that everything I've covered? Do you want to do this one, Emily? Because can you hear me? Oh, we can't hear you, Emily. Sorry, guys. I'm having such a bad technical day today, if you can hear me. Everything technical has gone wrong with me today. Emily, you're muted. She's trying to unmute herself. Are you back?
I think she said she's trying to unmute herself, Verity.
Oh, right, okay. Oh no, this is terrible. Technology is terrible. So basically, I'll go on. So the power of aroma is fantastic with the oils, because it can actually bypass into the limbic part of your brain, which is brilliant. So we can use the oils to really help us change mood and emotionally help us in so many ways. Your smell is your biggest sense in your body, and I'm sure people can say actually when they you know, smell a smell, and it can take you straight back to a memory, and that's, you know, that's kind of the power of smell. So the oils, which we will cover a little bit further on in the webinar, but especially through pregnancy, when our hormones are up and down and crazy and all around about, we definitely need that emotional support to keep us on track. So, and also the mind and body connection with pregnancy as well is very important. So your mind really does have to be in, your mindset is so important for your body to work the way that it should do. So it means that our thoughts and feelings and beliefs and our attitude can positively or negatively affect the biological functions of our body. And I'm sure that lots of people on here today have really kind of can sympathise with that, because, you know, when your mind is not really in the right place, then your body always follows. So, and we're going on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Back?
I'm back. Can you hear me? For some reason, when I'm screen sharing, my mouse totally disappears. So I can't find anything to unmute myself or to mute myself, and unmuting other people is always a challenge as well, and muting people when they come on. But anyway, I've worked it out. I'm back. Yeah, so that's brilliant, Verity. That's absolutely right. There is an intrinsic connection between what goes on in our mind and our emotions, and how that manifests in our physical body. And yes, we will be touching on this a little bit later on. But again, using the power of aroma, it's incredible as a means to change the way that we're feeling and our mood and our emotions. Okay, our mind can affect how healthy our bodies are. Okay, so let's get started with pregnancy. So essential oils to boost your fertility. Verity, do you want to do this one?
Yeah, I'll do that. So yeah, so many women, you know, find that sometimes, you know, you spend your whole kind of adult life trying not to get pregnant until you realize that you do want to start a family, and then sometimes it can take a little bit of time to fall pregnant. So, you know, this is down to quite a number of reasons. But sometimes, you know, it can be disheartening when you don't feel quite as quickly as you would like to. And one thing to think about a lot in women, especially in this kind of day and age, is that a lot of us are taking contraceptive pills. So we have, and a lot of us take the contraceptive pill for years, for a long time. I know I did myself. And we need to remember that this is a medication that comes with side effects, and it also is suppressing hormones. It's kind of tricking your body into thinking that it's something, you know, thinking that it is actually pregnant when it's not. So it also can leach your body from very important vitamins and minerals. And when we actually want to feel pregnant, we really need to be, our body really needs to be balanced and have a really good balance of vitamins and minerals to feel pregnant. So, you know, you can imagine if you have come off the pill and your body is a bit depleted, and your brain actually is not acknowledging that. So your brain can say to your body, you're not really creating the right environment to grow a baby. And that is really, really key. So these oils can really help, and especially the nutrition as well, with our supplements, can really help to bring back the body into a kind of lovely level state to reset yourself. So that's really nice. So and also as well, another big factor at fertility is actually we need to de-stress. So we live such busy lives. A lot of women have very high-powered jobs, you know, and when you kind of get to that stage in life where you really want to fall pregnant, it can be difficult to slow down. It really can. And also, it can be really difficult to make your mind slow down. So de-stressing is the number one key. Stress can affect the body in so many different ways, and these oils can really, really help with this. They can really help you to reset your body, to de-stress yourself and get yourself ready to have a beautiful, healthy, happy baby. So the number one thing that we need to look at is diet. So diet is very important. So we really want to be eating lots of green, dark green veg, lots of oily fish, nuts, with lots of omega-3s. We really need to avoid refined sugar and grains as much as we can to really, really help that. One great oil that we use, which is a blend, and it's called Smart and Sassy, and it's a blend that you can have in your water, and it's great because it regulates your blood sugar, and it also stabilizes your metabolism. So this is really good if you really do like your sugar and you have a bit, you have a kind of a sweet tooth, but also, and so you can curb your sugar cravings with this, which also you can use during your pregnancy, which is great as well. And also, yeast affects hormones, so we really want to get our body balanced. And another great thing that we can start doing when we're thinking about having a baby is having the lemon oil in the water. This has absolutely changed my life. I completely feel some days if I've got a busy day and I've gone out and I've forgotten my lemon water, because it has so many benefits for the body. Unlike squeezing lemon, it's not acidic at all. It's actually alkalizing, and it's, it really detoxifies the liver. It helps with your digestive system and your respiratory system, but also it promotes a real positive mood, and it just makes you feel so much better.
Verity, can I just put in there on the yeast thing? Okay, so yeast is it's a fungus, and it mimics the estrogen in our body. So what happens is our body then decreases how much estrogen it makes, and then your hormones can be out of balance. And so obviously yeast is something, that we really need to address, and the lemon oil can help with that. And obviously avoiding sugars as well is going to help support ridding the body of any unwanted yeast. I just thought that I'd add that in there.
Yeah, thank you, Emily. That's brilliant. I forgot about that. And also the Clary Calm blend is a beautiful blend, and it comes in a rollable bottle to use to massage over your abdomen, to really kind of balance your hormones, and it gives it also really affects your mood. Lovely, real calming effect, and that's really great as well. Also, with the stress factor, like I said, you can use these oils for relaxation. This is really important, to get your mindset really in that place where you really want to be, and ready to to fall pregnant. So lavender, of course, is a beautiful oil to use because calming properties. Serenity is a beautiful blended oil that we recommend, and that is lovely. And other oils like peace, which is a blended oil. And actually, some people find that some citrus oils are really calming, and they use them in the evening when they really want to kind of relax and de-stress it, and then at the end of the day. I'm really drawn to my orange oil at the moment. Wild orange oil, I absolutely love it, and I often actually have diffused that with lavender, and I really like that scent together. So, yeah, and of course our passion oil, because we really want to be getting, this is the time where we want to be getting passionate, so they can all really help, and you can really kind of include your partner in this and use the oils together to really, you know, make that special time extra special.
Yeah, so diffusing them, applying them to the points and over your heart, soles of your feet. All of these are ways to use the oils to help relax you in the bath as well. Okay, so I'm going to just tell you a little bit about Clary Sage and Clary Calm, because somebody's drawn all over my screen. Can you see that? Got purple lines on my screen. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the difference between Clary Sage and Clary Calm, because you may have read that you shouldn't use Clary Sage oil during pregnancy, and that's quite right. With Clary Sage, that's the single oil in the bottle, and that is best avoided until around 37 to 40 weeks, so until your full term, because that will help stimulate the uterus, and you know, it's a great oil for labour, which we'll come to later. However, Clary Calm is the blend, okay, and this contains a much smaller diluted amount of the Clary Sage oil and some other beautiful oils as well, including lavender, and other oils that are going to help to balance your hormones. So I've got my Clary Calm oil here. It's Clary Sage, lavender, bergamot, Roman chamomile, cedarwood, ylang ylang, geranium, fennel, carrot seed, palmarosa, and vitex, okay? And this Clary Calm oil can be used throughout pregnancy, and also if you are trying to conceive as well. So that's a great one. Okay, so the other thing to consider with fertility is obviously nutrition. And the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack is a wonderful, wonderful prenatal, because your body can assimilate it like food. So I'm just going to read to you a little extract from Stephanie Fritz's book, and what she's written about the lifelong vitality supplements. Since I've been recommending doTERRA's vitality supplements, I hear my clients say on a regular basis, I have more energy, I have more stamina, I don't need as much sleep, my back doesn't hurt like it used to, I have fewer mood swings, my husband reminds me to take them because I'm more pleasant to be around, I'm more focused, I'm less anxious. From my point of view, and this is her talking about herself, my clients are calling me less frequently with both physical and emotional issues. I haven't had one single client with high blood pressure since using these supplements in my practice. I also haven't had anyone experience postpartum depression since using these supplements. So these are a great supplement, okay? They'll help your body through the hormonal changes that are going on. They contain natural folate, which is really key, not synthetic folic acid, which means that your body can metabolize the natural folate. The vitamin A in them is from beta carotene. So that means it's got its own safety feature, which means that your body will only make as much vitamin A as it needs from beta carotene, okay? So you've got your 3 bottles there, your Alpha CRS, which is your herbs and minerals and your nutritional content, your Zeomega, which contains your omegas, all in the right balance, and your 9 essential oils for inflammation and antioxidant support, and then your Microplex, which is your energy complex. So it's a really, really great rounded prenatal there. Okay, so this is a bit of a tough one, but I did think it was important to include in tonight's webinar. It happens to many women these days, and many, many women will go on to have healthy pregnancies and beautiful babies. But at the same time, anybody who experiences a miscarriage will go through their own heartbreaking experiences themselves. Sorry, there's a misspelling there, I see. And there can be feelings of helplessness and blame sometimes. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack, because of its nutritional supplement, will give your body what it needs to do what is best. It will give your brain what it needs, and it will help you to recover. And then don't forget your emotional oils, of course. Go to them straight away. I use them for all my emotional needs. When I first discovered the oils, I used them a lot more for the physical benefits, to look after my children and things like that. But more and more these days, I am using my oils for my emotional needs. So in this circumstance, you would have oils like Console or Balance, Elevation, Serenity, Frankincense, Citrus Bliss, all the citrus oils, and Cheer. They would be oils that would be suggested when you need to feel safe, you need to feel comforted, you need to uplift your mood and bring positivity. Okay, so let's go to the first trimester. I love this picture with the little mini Converse. I love a pair of Converse. So, first trimester ailments, right? Breast tenderness. Okay, so you can use, and there are many, many different oils that you can use, but we've just chosen some of our favourites tonight. Grapefruit, ylang ylang, or lavender, and you can apply these topically around your breast, okay, and do this, you know, several times a day. If you're feeling fatigued, which you often will do in your first trimester, I certainly did, you can use some of the citrus oils like Wild Orange, Citrus Bliss, Elevation, which is the joyful blend, lemon oil, very uplifting, all of these oils, and 1 to 2 drops in your hands and inhaling the aroma, or using them in the diffuser. I've got my diffuser here. This is the petal diffuser. You need to use a cool mist diffuser, and the aromatic compounds will literally be dispersed and suspended in the air even long after you turn the diffuser off. And then many of us have got diffuser necklaces. I haven't got mine on tonight actually, but it's a great way of having the oil there for when you need it. And you can literally open up your little locket, put a drop of your oil in there, and just inhale it when you need it to boost those emotions. And I got my diffuser necklace from a company called Aroma Love London. So look them up, because she's got some beautiful necklaces with lots of different designs, and they're very well made. They're lovely. Okay, so if you suffer from headaches or dizziness, then you could go to oils like Past Tense, which is the tension blend. Contains peppermint and some citrus oils and the deep blue, and that's really good for relieving tension. But then there's also oils like Serenity, which is the calming blend. Lavender is very effective for headaches, as is peppermint oil. Deep blue, which is the soothing blend. Frankincense is incredible when it comes to headaches. You could apply to the roof of the mouth, on the temples, or across the forehead, or on the back of the neck, on the brain stem. And you can just inhale from your hands as well, and this will have a really positive effect and hopefully help to diminish any headaches or dizziness that you may be feeling at this time. So, first trimester ailments continued. There's lots. Nausea and morning sickness. Well, obviously this one's really well known. One of the key things is actually, it's a bit of a vicious circle, because you can be feeling sick because you're hungry and you're not getting enough protein. So a key thing to do is to eat more protein at night, and then hopefully that will stop you from feeling sick in the morning. But often what happens is, because you're feeling sick, you're not eating, and then that makes things worse. Okay, so oils that you can use for morning sickness or nausea are Zengest. It used to be called Digest Zen. It's changed names now, so it's called Zengest. This is a digestive blend, okay, and it contains some amazing oils for the digestive tract: peppermint, caraway. It contains cardamom, and some really, really, soothing oils for for the digestive tract and for the tummy. So this is a great oil if you're feeling slightly sick. Other oils that you could try are ginger. Obviously we all know about ginger for morning sickness, and I used to make ginger cookies, or just some ginger in my water. Ginger is the empowering blend. And peppermint. So you could put a drop of these into a cup of warm water, not boiling because that can destroy the properties of the oil. But what you would do is boil the kettle, pour your hot water into the cup and let the water cool a bit, and then add your drop of oil in and take it. Or you could just apply the oil diluted to the tummy area, or even just a drop in your hands and inhaling again. It's still going to be very, very beneficial. And I just wanted to add these in because these are called beadlets, and doTERRA do two different types of beadlets. They do peppermint beadlets and on guard beadlets. So peppermint beadlets are tiny little, like, it's a bit like essential oil caviar, and they contain half a drop of the oil in a little sort of soft beadlet. So you can pop those in the mouth or in the hands, pop them between your hands and cup your hands and inhale. And I found these really, really effective in pregnancy because they're really easy to carry around with you in your pocket. And the On Guard beadlets are great as well because they contain the protective blend. So it's going to boost your immune system, ward off any germs, and it gives you those antioxidants as well. So check out the beadlets, they're great. Okay, so second trimester. Verity, would you like to talk about this one? Is she there? Maybe she's gone for a bit. I'll carry on talking. So second trimester ailments. Okay, so one of the things, the other lovely things that we can experience in our pregnancy is stretch marks and pigmentation as well. Now, I wanted to tell you about Immortelle because this is just such a beautiful, beautiful blend. It contains some very, very expensive oils. So it has frankincense, Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, helichrysum and rose oil. So really, really expensive oils. Okay, and this is a wonderful, wonderful blend to help it's called the anti-aging blend, but it actually helps to boost and repair your skin cells. But it is neat, okay, in this bottle. So I would always suggest diluting this one because it is very strong. But what you can do is apply a carrier oil first. So with doTERRA, we have this, which is called fractionated coconut oil. It's coconut oil with the fat content taken out. So it's liquid form, so really handy. And it's been tested to the same CPTG high standards. So we know it doesn't have any molds or fungus or pesticides in it. So what I would do is apply this first to my tummy and then put a roll of the Immortelle on and massage that in. And other oils that you could use for stretch marks are lavender, myrrh, cypress, geranium, frankincense and Roman chamomile. But Immortelle is just beautiful. It is quite expensive but worth every penny, and it smells incredible. I like to use it as perfume. So second trimester ailments continued, itchiness. So lavender is a very powerful antihistamine. Lemon is very detoxifying of the liver, as we mentioned before. So that's going to help with that as well, because often when we're experiencing a rash, that can mean that our liver is under pressure. So lemon is going to be really supportive there. And Roman chamomile is very soothing and calming as well for the skin. So moving on to muscle cramps. This is something that I definitely experienced in pregnancy, and this can be due to a lack of magnesium. Okay, so magnesium sulfate is a great thing, and you can get this from having Epsom salt baths, which is also going to be very relaxing and also benefits the skin. So it's going to be, you know, helpful with stretch marks as well. What you can do is add your chosen oil to a cup of Epsom salts and then have a lovely detoxifying bath.
I did actually do that all the way through my pregnancy. I made a lovely blend, which I just had in a big glass container in the bathroom with the Epsom salts with lavender in, and it was just lovely.
Well, I actually had a serenity bath most nights. That was my chosen oil most nights. So yeah, you can choose your favourite or mix it up. So the bone nutrient complex. Now, this is a great product. It's part of the nutritional range again, but this contains magnesium and zinc, which again can if you're lacking in these, it can cause your muscle cramps, especially in your calf muscles. So this is a great complex that you can use. And then obviously massage. So you've got oils like the Deep Blue and the Deep Blue Rub, which is a great product. There's an offer on the Deep Blue Rub at the moment, whereas if you spend over 200 PV before the 15th of the month, you can get the Deep Blue Rub and the Deep Blue Roller, which is this, totally free. They're worth over £70 on their own. And Deep Blue is very, very soothing, okay, and it's very good for pain and inflammation. So the Deep Blue Rub's a great one to use as a massage because it goes a bit further. Then you've also got the Aroma Touch oil, which is the massage blend. Marjoram is a great oil diluted, and you can apply to your area of concern, or again use in the bath with your Epsom salts. And then the other thing to take into consideration is moving your body. So I wanted to pass over now to Kyla, who's going to talk to us a little bit about her experience with yoga through pregnancy.
Okay, hello. So yoga, pregnancy yoga is amazing for the mama. So this is for first-time mama, second-time mama, third-time mama, and beyond. For first-time mamas, they have the flexibility and ability to just go to a yoga class whenever they want to. For second-time mamas and third-time mamas, it's more like, oh, I need this space for me. But what's really great also is it really gives the mama time to connect with her baby, which is really important. And particularly for second-time moms, it might be the only time they have to connect with their baby to really focus on their pregnancy. So with the yoga for pregnancy, you've got obviously the breathing work, you've got the yoga postures themselves, you've got mudras, which are hand positionings, and then you also have meditation that's combined with the yoga. So with the practical side, the physical side of the yoga, it's really great for the mothers to spend time connecting with their body, connecting with their breath, connecting with their baby. It's opening up the hips, it's creating flexibility in the spine, strengthening the thighs. Because if you've had a baby, you know that you need your mama thighs. You need them nice and strong to keep going, walking around in an active labor. With breathing, I would say, is fundamental to the not only the pregnancy, but also the labor. So my focus is a lot on the breathing. So really getting the mamas to connect with their breath, and then start to develop it as a tool so that they can use that breath when they're going through their labors. So it's not, pregnancy yoga also is preparing the body for labor, and also to, mamas will come and they love it. They love it. They're like, oh, Kyla, I haven't been sleeping since your last class. And I just needed to come because I just want some sleep. And it really just opens up the body, creates some energy flow, circulation in the body, and also just creates that openness and that relaxation, which helps them sleep at night, which is really lovely.
Amazing. Yeah, I practice Bikram yoga all the way through my second pregnancy. My first pregnancy, I wasn't aware that you could practice it through, and I got a bit nervous and I stopped. And then following that pregnancy, I remember seeing a lot of pregnant women doing the yoga classes. So when I fell pregnant with my second son, I thought, I'm going to just research this. And I found out that actually, if you're used to it and you listen to your body and it feels okay, it can be amazing. So I continued and practiced all the way through my second pregnancy every week. And I had such a great pregnancy. I felt fit. I had no shortness of breath. And then my labor was incredible. I had the home birth that I wanted. And then with my third pregnancy with Ziggy, I wanted to continue doing that, but life was a bit busier. So I didn't manage to do it as much as I had done with the second pregnancy. And I definitely noticed the difference, and I missed it. So yeah, I think it's an amazing thing to complement your pregnancy for you, like you say, Kyla, for the mama and for the baby.
Absolutely, yeah.
So third trimester essential oils. Let's look at the ailments in the third trimester. There's probably a few more. Fluid retention. So I remember when Verity came to my house just before she had baby Honor, you had quite a lot of fluid retention, didn't you, Verity? Bless her. And we looked it up in our books.
Yes.
And we massaged some of those citrus oils in, and she took some lemon in her water. So yeah, definitely the citrus oils, Citrus Bliss. There's the Aroma Touch Massage Blend, lavender oil. Cypress is the oil of flow and motion, so that's going to help get things moving. And yes, lemon in your water. But also other factors like stepping up your protein intake, drinking lots and lots of water, and remembering to cut out sugars and, you know, the more simple carbohydrates. And again, exercise. So yoga, as Kyla has just, you know, explained, but also things like swimming. That's a great thing to do, a great form of exercise, because it really does support your ligaments and your joints, and it aligns your body. And it's interesting because it balances out your chest and your back muscles as the baby grows, so you're not overcompensating in any way. And this can really help with your posture, and your posture can have an effect on the positioning of your baby, so it is key. Often posterior babies can be that way because you can have a bad posture. So you know, swimming is a great thing to support that. If you're experiencing backache, you've got oils that you can use as a massage. You might need to ask your husband or your partner to massage them in. So Deep Blue, the soothing blend, the cream that I spoke about before. Again, the Aroma Touch Massage Blend, or lavender, diluted as suggested and massaged in. And that can be a lovely bonding experience for you and your partner as well. Going back to positioning of baby, if your baby is not in the right position, there are things you can do as well. So peppermint or myrrh oil, and what you would do there is you would mix them with your fractionated coconut oil. So mix those oils together with the carrier, and then you would apply from hip to hip over the top of the bump in a rainbow motion, and then crawl around on the floor for about 15 minutes. You might feel a bit daft, but this has been really known to help to turn a baby. And you should look up, there's a great site called Spinning Babies, and that tells you all about the different things that you can do to try and naturally change the positioning of your baby. So there's the website there, Spinning Babies. And another thing that we wanted to just add in here is, you know, don't feel silly to talk to your baby, because she or he will hear your thoughts and be bonding with you as you do so. So, you know, ask your baby, tell your baby when you're ready for them to come. Ask them very kindly to change position, and you know, this could really help. They can hear you and connect with you. Okay, sleep. Well, this is a big one, isn't it? Lots of pregnant women suffer with lack of sleep. I think it's in preparation actually to being a mama, and then you never get as much sleep ever again, or certainly not for a few years. But for me, as I said, Serenity was definitely my go-to oil throughout pregnancy. I like to have it in the bath with my Epsom salts, and also my husband was very good at giving me leg and foot massages with the Serenity blend, and that really was one of the best ways I found to feel relaxed and to help me to get off to sleep. Serenity just makes me melt. It's the calming blend. It contains lavender, sweet marjoram, vanilla, ylang ylang. It's a beautiful, beautiful blend. And vetiver as well, now the new updated version, which is another amazing sedative oil that helps with deep sleep. Other oils for sleep are lavender. That's the most widely known oil when it comes to sleep. Many people find that very effective. But as I said before, everybody's chemistry is different. So what works for one doesn't always work for everybody. So other oils that you could try are wild orange, or even peace is a great oil for sleep. And another thing to consider is hypnobirthing or meditation, because this can really help to stop with any worries that might be going on or any anxieties, and just focus on you, again using your breath, as Kyla spoke about. I certainly practiced hypnobirthing for all my pregnancies. I did a course before my first pregnancy, and I found it invaluable. So look up a hypnobirthing practitioner.
Yeah, I actually I had 2 completely different births with my children, and my second child, I did do a hypnobirthing course with Miriam Greaves, who we've got a link to here. She's fabulous teacher, really lovely. And she really does kind of promote using essential oils as well, along with your practicing of your breathing and your affirmations, and your you can really use the oils, which I used a lot as like an anchor to really kind of bring yourself back down. Because, you know, being pregnant, even like the second time when you kind of know what to expect, there's still a lot of anxiety that can happen during pregnancy. So you can really use these oils to calm your emotions. But I found them a really amazing tool, partnered with the hypnobirthing, to use those oils really just to go through the meditative state that you kind of put yourself in with it, and just using that smell to just bring you straight back. One of my favourite ones was Balance, which I'm sure we are going to cover later on.
Yeah, so we've got some hypnobirthing teachers listed here, or look up a hypnobirthing practitioner near you. And don't listen to anybody's negative birthing stories, because everybody will tell you theirs. Just yeah.
Well, that's another tip as well. The PBM groups, they're all over the country now. Positive birth movements, they are amazing. Get yourself down to your local one. It's just go meet some beautiful mamas that are just positive and only want to speak positively about the birth, because every birth is positive, even if it doesn't actually go the way that you expect it. We all plan our births, but birth is very, you can't plan it. It's very spontaneous. Some things happen, so it's to go to those meetings is brilliant. I totally recommend them.
Yeah. And
can I add, there's for helping with sleep as well, if you do left nostril breathing, so you just close your right nostril with your thumb, and you just inhale and exhale through your left nostril, you'll soon find yourself feeling quite sleepy. Oh. It relaxes the body, so that's something to add.
Lovely, great, thank you for sharing that. It's also, just a lot of mindset stuff, because you have to just remember that your body was created for this very reason. And actually, I haven't added it in here, but there's an amazing book by oh god, it'll come back to me now. She was on the farm. Can you remember her name? It'll come back to me.
Ina May Gaskin.
Ina May Gaskin. The Guide to Childbirth by Ina May Gaskin. And it's just positive birthing story after positive birthing story. And I read that through all 3 of my pregnancies. It came out. You can tell I read it every night in the bath, because all the pages have gone crinkly. But it just, it fills you with excitement as opposed to fear. So it's a great book. And yet other factors that help with sleep are the mild exercise, not eating too late. When you're heavily pregnant, you might find that you can only eat small portions anyway, so little and often. Reading before bed, having time outside will obviously help regulate your serotonin levels, and investing in a maternity pillow if you're finding it uncomfortable to sleep at night. I used to find just putting one leg over a maternity pillow really helped me to feel comfortable. Okay, so I missed one. So acid reflux and heartburn. I certainly suffered from this in my more recent pregnancy, and Zengest or Digest-Zen at the time always came to the rescue. I had it next to my bed, and I'd have a drop in water, and I felt instant soothing and relief from the acid reflux. And that's obviously because you've got less room, so your digestive juices to fit. So obviously the baby's pushing up, and it can repeat on you, which is why we can experience acid reflux and heartburn. And the Zengest oil is very, very cooling and calming. It also helps with constipation if you're suffering from that, gas, and the runs. So it brings your body back to the balance that you need. Another note there is to remember to eat a diet high in fibre and keep that water intake high. And you can get one of these apps on your phone which actually reminds you to drink water. If you're one of these people, I know I am, I forget to drink enough water every day when I'm busy, and it just gurgles to remind you that you need to drink your water. That's a nice little tip as well. And some more third trimester ailments, hemorrhoids, how lovely, otherwise known as piles. So oils that can help you with this not so nice ailment is lavender oil, cypress, again, the oil of flow and motion, geranium oil as well. So again, you would dilute with your carrier oil. Fractionated coconut oil is the one we suggest, but you could use any good quality carrier oil and apply to the area. And then perineal massage. A lot of people turn their noses up at this, but if you're feeling brave, then it can be an amazing thing to do. And I thought that this was a really nice example. It's a bit like stretching a balloon before you blow it up. And there's been a lot of research to say that perineal massage after your full term or 37 weeks can help with tearing. Okay, so what you would do is you would apply to that area and gently massage in and pull and gently sort of stretch the area. Or you could ask your partner to do it for you if you're feeling really, really brave. That could be a very, very bonding experience if you should so choose. I must admit, I don't think we did that, but I know a lot of couples do enjoy that together. There we go. So let's move on now to the fun part, essential oils for labour. Okay, so I really like this saying, birth is not only about making babies, it's about making mothers strong, competent, capable mothers who trust themselves and believe in their inner strength. So labour, I'm just going to go back to the slide I showed you earlier with the Clary Sage versus the Clary Calm. So now is the time for the Clary Sage. This is an incredible oil. It's a uterine tonic, so it really helps to strengthen your uterine contractions. It's euphoric, it reduces anxiety, calms your nervous system, relieves tension, helps to bring on labour if you're ready, and helps to expel your afterbirth as well. So it's an incredible oil. You can use it in the diffuser, and you can apply it to your abdomen diluted. Yeah, I certainly used that when I was full term, and I'll tell you a little bit about my labour in a bit. So, Verity, are you there?
Yes, I am.
You want to do this one?
Yes, I definitely suffered with back pain through my labours. Both of my babies were actually back to back, and I had a lot of back pain. And I found the Deep Blue rub was incredible, and I love it. I use it all the time now. So it's really good to massage on the bottom of your the hips on the lower back, and also I know some of the ladies that I did my hypnobirthing course with, actually liked soft touch massage during their labour as well, which really helped. So, you know, this is really great. Get your partner to really kind of know the oils that you've really come to love during your pregnancy. Balance was one that I really went to a lot, which really kind of grounded me when I felt like maybe things were getting out of control. But also as well, lavender was an amazing blend to calm me down as well. So I used them both during my labour. Yeah, and to remember to have your diffuser going, changing the oils when you need them. Yeah, so that's all I think. What I'm not really sure about the basil, Emily. What?
So the basil is suggested in Stephanie Fritz's book for when the pain gets too much, you know, when you're transitioning.
Yeah.
This would be a great oil to apply then. And one thing that I would suggest is one of these little key rings, actually. doTERRA do these lovely little key rings, and if you open them up, you can see you've got little sample sized bottles, and you could prepare your key ring with your oils ready for your birthing experience. So any particular favourites that you may have, oils for back labour, oils for relaxation, oils for stress and anxiety. So that's a great little thing. doTERRA do those. And yeah, remembering your breath control and your breathing. And there's a beautiful oil called Breathe, which it does exactly that. You know, we forget to breathe so much in our busy lives, and it's very important to keep us alive. So just focusing on breathing can help to relieve so much anxiety and give you focus, I found, definitely. And geranium is another oil for that as well. So, do you want to continue, Verity?
So remember to, you know, wherever you're choosing to have your baby, whether you're having it at home or in the hospital, remember that your environment is very, very important. So these oils are brilliant to use to really just bring you back to that calm state. We do not, you know, labour and panic or tension do not go together. So just use the oils in your diffuser, lavender, the Serenity. Elevation oil is a brilliant oil for when, you know, some ladies, myself included, actually do have very long labours, and I did get very tired and felt like I really, you know, at some point thought it was, you know, hard to go on because I was just very tired. So use Elevation, which is brilliant. So it gives, you know, an uplifting feeling, but also keeping you calm. Citrus Bliss is a beautiful oil. I absolutely love Citrus Bliss, and it really is like a really happy oil with lots of lovely citrus fruits in it. And yeah, so keeping that mood up. And also, yeah, it's great because it's a natural antibacterial as well, so that's really good. And the On Guard is really a must if you are going to have your baby in hospital. I took my On Guard spray in a little bottle. I had a little glass bottle with me with my On Guard and my water in there, and I actually just used the On Guard to disinfect my room. And you know, that I was in the pool for some of it, and then on the bed, and just to, you know, make me feel calm as well, that made me feel better, that I actually did that, and that my room was clean and that it was disinfectant. And On Guard is incredible because it's actually being used in some hospitals, and it actually kills MRSA. So that is something that you really want to use, which is amazing. I think there's a couple of hospitals in England that are using them, and there's more in the States which are using it. So there's so much study going on with On Guard. And On Guard is just a brilliant oil to have when you're pregnant because your immunity is lower. to protect you from nasty bugs and germs. But also when your baby arrives, it's a brilliant oil to diffuse in your home, because you know people do want to come and visit you after you've had your baby, and I know you want to kind of just go away away from everyone, but you know everybody wants to come and see the baby. So On Guard's a brilliant one to have to diffuse in the house, to kill all the pathogens in the air, and really boost immunity and keep that baby strong. And then the Rome Serenity that we talked about before is another beautiful oil to go to for the relaxing properties.
And I've had lots of mamas that have said that they've used the oils in their pregnancy and in their labour, and all the midwives have commented how beautiful it smells. You know, hospitals can't always smell that nice. So if you're having your baby in a hospital, this can be a great way to change the smell in the room, as well as obviously all the benefits that they bring. Okay. So I want to tell you about Balance now. I wanted to share my quick birthing story with Ziggy. So Balance oil is one of my favourites. It's very, very grounding oil because it contains tree oils. It contains spruce, needle, leaf, hoe wood, frankincense resin, blue tansy flower. It is actually blue, and blue chamomile flower. And it's in a base of fractionated coconut oil. It's incredible. And I read about this one because of its grounding and anti-anxiety effects. So with my recent pregnancy, I had actually started contractions and I had been in labour for over a day, but it just wasn't turning into anything. But I, used my oils, I stayed calm, and then the second morning I woke up and I had a few contractions, and there was a niggling feeling coming into my mind, like, what's going on? Is this going to happen? I personally wanted to have a home birth. I didn't want to have to go to hospital, because for me, I feel much more safe and comfortable at home. But everybody has their own different comforts and wants and needs. But for me, I definitely wanted to stay at home. So I decided that I would have a Balance bath. So I had a bath, ran the bath that morning at about 9 o'clock. I got into the bath, and the contractions really started to heighten, but I was still quite relaxed and calm. And then we phoned the midwife and we said, you might want to think about coming. We think it probably happened today at some stage, but not sure when. And then the contractions, got a bit stronger. I think I had about a half-hour bath, maybe a little bit longer. By the time I got out of the bath, I managed to make my way to the bedroom, and I said to my husband, I think the baby's on its way. He said, what, now? I said, yeah, I think now. And I was very much in my zone, so I couldn't speak very much then. But I noticed his hands started going a bit quicker on my back, and literally I used my breath, and the baby did arrive. He arrived with no midwife, just myself, my husband, and my 2-year-old. And it was the most incredible, empowering, beautiful experience. And the midwife arrived after 5 minutes to do all the rest of the stuff, which my husband was quite happy about. And so I love Balance oil. It's my favourite of all of the oils, just because, I really do feel that it gave us the most wonderful, wonderful experience. So this is a really amazing oil to ground you, to make you feel strong like a tree, and supported. You could use it in the bath, on your feet, on pulse points, over your heart. Another nice idea is to make a grounding blend spray. So you could get a glass spray bottle, fill it up with, say, 5 to 10 drops of your Balance oil and top with water, and use that as a spritz around in the air, or again, use it in your diffuser. We actually had that by the front door. So when we were in a rush trying to get out of the house on the school run, and it's sometimes a bit heightened, we have a quick spritz of Balance oil to help us to feel more grounded and smell beautiful as well. So yeah, I needed to share Balance oil with you all.
That was beautiful. That gave me goosebumps.
So
I had a similar with Balance. Balance was my bath labour oil as well, and I think it just gives you strength. It really did for me. It just really calmed me and just made me feel strong and ready and just really powerful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I second that.
Yeah. So I wanted to just quickly touch on going back to the mindset, and this is some of the stuff that I covered when I did hypnobirthing, was very much the positive birthing affirmations. But I know Kyla will be able to tell us a little bit about this with her experience as a doula, and also Kyla does baby blessing ways, which is something that my lovely friends did for me. So Kyla, I don't know if you want to share a little bit on
Yeah, so I so love that you've been talking about hypnobirthing so far, because a lot of my mamas choose to have hypnobirthing, and I've had the privilege to sit on their journey through hypnobirthing courses, so I can really get to know what's going on for them, what really works, and also being surprised that they will have hypnobirthing techniques around the house when I arrive. So yeah, positive mindset is amazing. Again, Emily was saying before, there's people love telling you about their negative birth experiences. And it's good just to, acknowledge that, that was definitely their journey, and, you can request that people don't share it, and that they could tell you afterwards, and you could both share your stories. So yeah, it's really important to stay in a positive mindset and to not ignore that there might be some negative thoughts or feelings that are surrounding your birth or the labor or the pregnancy, or even in your relationship with your partner. So I would very much recommend really acknowledging those parts that are needing to be healed. And often, fears or concerns or issues in relationship or during your pregnancy will just highlight where you need to heal. So dealing with those and then coming to focus on positive. What do you really want to create for yourself and your birthing experience? How do you want, the room to be? How do you want the space to be? How do you want your partners to support you? These are all very important things. How do you want people to speak to you? How do you want the lighting? It's very important that you do feel like it's your space. It's, a safe space where you can really connect in with your body and with your breath and your baby as you birth your baby. So I definitely, hand on heart, would recommend hypnobirthing for sure. I also do things that are like dream weaving, or working with women to really understand, what's going on and what's in the space for them to have the birth that they want, they wish, they dream of. And then we just deal with what's coming up for them. And then we can create visual representations to support that. So I've got a sample of my board that I've created recently. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah. So this is a board that I created myself. And I love doing this quite often. And we've just had the equinox as well, which is a really great time, or the full moon. They're also great times to create things and really let go of any negativity that's there. Also, what I was going to say is, as Emily mentioned, I do mother blessing ways, baby blessing ways. And together with your sisters or a group of women, or even men, if you feel like to incorporate men, that's absolutely fine. You can create birth cards. So your sisters could write things like, open, surrender, I don't know, blossom, all these beautiful words, or, words of encouragement, or maybe some words of wisdom. And then what you can then do is, once you've gathered the cards of everyone's positive, wishes for your birth, you can then make a lovely birthing banner, and you can have that in your birth space. So that could be at home, or that could be at a hospital. So you can have it just about anywhere. So those are just a few ideas. I could totally go on and expand on this, but for now, I think that's where we'll stop.
That's lovely. Thank you. So let's move on. You've had your beautiful baby, and you're in your baby moon period, which is a very, very sacred time, but your body has been through a lot and needs to recover, and you need to take the time to get your body back to the balance that it needs. Okay, and many women will experience what we know as the baby blues. Okay, so things that can help with this are the vitality supplements again. So you're going to get your key brain nutrition there, and the supplement will also help to balance your hormones with what your body's going through. You've got your B-vits, your omegas, all in the right balance, and your magnesium and zinc. Something that you can do to help is to rent a film that will make you cry. They usually say around day 4, it's usually when your milk comes in. You can feel emotional and you not even know why. You've had this amazing, amazing experience. You've got a beautiful baby, and yet you want to cry. So I think this is a great tip. Rent a film to make you cry, to release those emotions, and then you don't have to explain it, because it's good to get those emotions out. And balance oil on your feet is going to be your best friend to help you to feel grounded. Other oils that you could use are lavender, which again naturally helps to regulate your hormones. Citrus bliss for the uplifting elements. Elevation is the joyful blend. Cheer. Clary calm to balance those hormones. Whisper, we haven't spoken about Whisper, but this is the women's blend. It contains some incredible oils, patchouli, lavender, and it smells divine. It's kind of musky but sensual, and it tunes in with every woman's unique body chemistry, so it does smell slightly different on every woman, and it's a great oil to use as a perfume. I use it as a perfume these days because most perfumes that we use, unfortunately, are filled with hormone disruptors, and this is going to regulate your hormones, okay, and boost your mood.
And your smell is very important for your breastfeeding as well. Remember that.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be masking your smell.
Absolutely.
The baby
you don't
really
want
needs that at that special time.
Yeah, you don't want to use too much of an oil as a perfume, obviously, for that reason. But yes, after pains, okay, so this often happens when you're breastfeeding as your body is responding to oxytocin, which is produced when you breastfeed. So again, Clary Calm, it's going to help to regulate those hormones, and the Clary Sage that's in the Clary Calm helps your uterus to contract and assist the body in coping with the hormone changes that it's going through. And it also contains lavender, which is naturally pain relieving and anti-inflammatory and healing. And another nice tip is a drop or two of peppermint oil in the toilet. Some women find it hard to urinate after they've had a baby, naturally, because they may be very swollen down below. They may have experienced some tearing. And so a drop or two of peppermint actually in the toilet bowl can really stimulate you to urinate. And you can also use a relaxing oil to help you feel relaxed, and hopefully you feel relaxed down there. Okay, so moving on to healing. As I said, your body has been through a huge journey. If you've had a cesarean, you will have a scar that needs to heal. And on an emotional level, you may need to heal from whatever experience you've been through. And Immortelle is a beautiful, beautiful healing blend. It's the oil that we spoke about earlier for stretch marks, that contains very expensive and prized oils. And this is going to help with any scarring and stretch marks, and healing of the skin. So again, you would dilute it because this is neat, and you can apply to the scar. And this can be used for any tearing as well, down below, if you've experienced any tearing or you've had to have it be cut at all. So Kyla, did you want to speak a little bit about healing?
Yeah, okay, so again, this is another vast topic for me, but where I'd like to start is, as a doula, I really started to focus on the woman giving birth and the mother being pregnant and having her baby. And then I realized that there is such a major space for a woman to go through the transition from being pregnant through to motherhood. And she's just gone through this massive transition. And her body, her emotions, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually has gone through this massive transformation. And, people will go, oh, the baby, and it's all about the baby when the mother's had her baby. But really what we need to focus on, and I really saw it as a doula, a space of support, mothering the mother, and really working with the mother and healing her body. So there's so many ways that you can do this. But what I'll speak about is about the postnatal support that you can have with herbs, and you can have with closing the bones, and also belly binding. So just really warming up the body and bringing in the organs and bringing in the energy of the mother and really wrapping her in warmth. And so whether you're the mother, then you're going to want to, to call on your sisters. You're going to want to, maybe have the support of a postnatal doula, or maybe have your partner support you in the healing process. But what I would definitely recommend is having that support. And so no matter what the cost, it's your body, and it's really about repairing and healing and bringing your energy in, because the more healthy, happy, and whole that you feel, the more that you can be there for yourself, you can be there for your family and your new baby. So really actually helping yourself and healing yourself really is in support of your, the family and your little one. Also would recommend, because you mentioned postnatal depression, placenta encapsulation is really wonderful for that. Again, that's another topic I could go really into, but there's so many things that you could do to have support. But the important thing is to really, take it slow. Don't rush. Just focus on your healing, particularly if you've had a cesarean. And I think that, there are a lot of people, you see a lot of people having a baby and then they're out there the next couple of days, going grocery shopping and all this stuff. But actually, your body has just gone through a huge transformation. And so what's important is that it actually has time to heal. So have your family cook you food, make sure you're getting them nutrition. If people are coming over, make sure they have a broom or they have a mop, or they can just really support you, so you can really just be still and focus on your body's internal healing and all the subtle levels and the emotional levels, energy levels, physical levels, and spiritual levels.
Lovely. Oh, goodness, it makes me want to have another one. Better not tell my husband. Okay, so essential oils for breastfeeding. Okay, so our bodies produce everything our baby needs, but breastfeeding obviously is not always as easy for everybody, and there are things that you can do to help. So consume an extra 500 calories per day, as your body will take the nutrition first. When you're pregnant, the baby takes the nutrition first, and then you get what's left over. But when you've had your baby, then your body will take the nutrition first and leave what's left over for baby. So it's important that you're taking in those extra calories so you can create a really nutrient-rich milk for your baby. Again, the Lifelong Vitality supplements are everything that your body needs for you and for the baby. Low essential fatty acids can affect your milk supply, okay, and zinc can support your supply, so that's all in there. And then fennel oil or basil oil, this can increase your supply, so you could use this and apply it diluted around the nipple 3 to 4 times per day, or you could take internally in water. And that's going to help to boost your milk supply. Now, for engorgement, this is something that you can suffer with. I certainly did all 3 times when my milk came in. Peppermint can reduce your supply, but just beware of this, because you wouldn't want to reduce your supply and then your baby not be getting what he or she needs. And usually your body will regulate itself and and find the balance that it needs, so it's providing enough milk for your baby. For anybody who suffers with mastitis, this is a horrible condition. It can be very painful, and you can end up with a temperature and even on antibiotics. So some of the things that you can consider here would be to eliminate dairy, change your nursing position so the baby can drain all of the ducts, gentle massage in a downward motion towards the nipple, towards the ducts, high doses of vitamin C, and also your antibiotic essential oils, so things like melaleuca, thyme, oregano, wild orange, citrus bliss, lavender, and cypress, because of the oil of flow and motion. And these are all oils that you could apply diluted and gently massage onto the breast. And a warm shower as well applied to the breast can help to break down any blocks. Okay, newborns, welcome to a wonderful world. So frankincense, I think it was one of my most treasured moments ever, applying frankincense to Ziggy after he was born and anointing him. So we applied frankincense diluted over his crown, up his spine, and on the soles of his feet. And this can help to calm a baby, and it helps with transfer of oxygen to the cells and circulation. Don't forget your baby's been through an incredible journey as well, and it can be stressful. And so your essential oils are going to really help them to feel calm. And frankincense is a very spiritual and meditative oil. Obviously, there are many references to frankincense in the Bible. And use your calming oils. Other calming oils would be serenity. Lavender is a great baby oil. It's very gentle. It reduces cortisol levels, and of course balance that I spoke about is your grounding blend. And Melissa, I just thought I'd touch on Melissa. This is actually lemon balm, one of doTERRA's more expensive oils, worth every penny. On an emotional level, this oil helps us to remember our original blueprint and reach our highest and greatest potential. It raises body vibration and repairs DNA damage. So this is an oil that you could use diluted on the soles of the feet. Okay, and here are some nice ideas for baby care. So for the umbilical cord, you could use myrrh. It's a very gluey type oil, and if you apply it to the tummy button, it acts as like a liquid band-aid. Don't forget your baby has been fed through the tummy button, and now this is open to every organ in your baby's body. Okay, so you really want to make sure that this heals beautifully. You can get the little cord ties as well. I certainly used one of those, and I used the myrrh with Ziggy. And so he had frankincense on his crown, myrrh on his tummy button. If it's good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for Ziggy. That's what I say. And Verity, I know you had great results with myrrh as well.
I had amazing results with myrrh. It was amazing. It just incredible. It just came, the belly button just came off the umbilical cord within a couple of days. It was beautiful. And I had the cord tie as well, and the frankincense, and it just was such a lovely thing to do. It really was. And
yeah,
give the baby some beautiful benefits as well.
Yeah, and the cord ties are so soft and gentle as opposed to the plastic pegs that you get given. So yeah, we'll show you. We've got one at the end. We're going to show you.
And they're both very prized oils, so they feel special as well.
Yeah, they do. And your baby's worth it, of course. So jaundice, 60% of babies suffer mild jaundice. Lemon and geranium are great oils to help break up bilirubin and indirect sunlight. So you could apply these oils diluted to the soles of their feet using the diffuser. Colic, address mum's diet, things like onions, chili, dairy. This can have an effect on your baby's tummy if they're breastfeeding. So unfortunately, these are things that you might want to consider, mummies. And Zengest or Digestem or fennel applied diluted to your baby's tummy is a lovely way to soothe their little tums. And baby massage is a lovely thing as well. So I would massage in a clockwise motion around the tummy button. Nappy rash, you've got lavender and melaleuca. They're antiviral, antibacterial, and also disinfectant and soothing. And Immortelle, again, the blend that we've spoken about several times, diluted and applied as a barrier, will help calm and soothe and stop infection. And for any skin ailments, you've got lavender and frankincense. Frankincense is a very renewing oil for the skin. And you can make your own little baby cream with the Spa body lotion that doTERRA do, and add a drop of that into your body lotion. And I would certainly suggest using, if you want to use a cream, using something like this as opposed to some of the other baby products that you can find on the shelves these days, because most often these contain chemicals and synthetics, and your baby doesn't need that. So natural is always best. So baby care continued. For teething, lavender and Roman chamomile. I have Ziggy's little teething bottle here. We made this up ourselves. We followed the guidelines in the book. So Roman chamomile and lavender. I've got 2 to 3 drops of each and topped up with fractionated coconut oil. And we apply this to his jawline, behind his ears, down his neck, and on soles of the feet. And we find that incredibly supportive. Sticky eyes, sometimes the baby's tear ducts aren't able to drain properly. So you could use Melaleuca, just a dab across the eyebrows. Obviously be very careful not to get it in baby's eyes. There's a great kit I wanted to tell you about, which is this kit. It's called the Touch Kit. It contains an amazing collection of the oils from the Family Essentials kit, but they're all pre-diluted in a roller ball. So that means they're going to be safe for babies and children, and it just takes away the issue of having to dilute them yourself. So it's very practical. So that's a great kit. Breast milk as well in the eye is great for sticky eyes. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some of the kits that doTERRA do. For anybody who is thinking, I do want to try these oils, we have got some suggestions. Tonight is not about that. It's about empowering and educating you and hopefully inspiring you for your amazing journey of childbirth and pregnancy and beyond. But for anyone who is interested, I'm going to tell you about a couple of the kits that we suggest. So the Mood Management Kit contains 4 oils that we have spoken about quite a lot tonight. That's Serenity, the calming blend, Citrus Bliss, the invigorating blend, combination of citrus oils, Elevation, the joyful blend, very uplifting, and Balance, my favourite, the grounding blend. So that's called the Mood Management Kit. Then there's what's called the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit, and this contains 6 different signature blends for every emotion, and it's a combination of your plant family. So you have Motivate, Cheer, Passion, Forgive, Console, and Peace. So beautiful, beautiful oils. This is the 5 ml bottles. These oils contain some very expensive and prized oils actually as well, and it contains a free diffuser as well, this kit. And then we've created these lovely little mini birth and baby sets. Okay, so in a mini birth and baby set, you will get a combination of samples. So you've got Digestin, lavender, wild orange, balance, myrrh, frankincense, and clary sage. They're little 1 ml bottles. So you're going to get about 10 drops of each, not too much in the sample bottles, but it's a nice way of trying the oils. Obviously you've got frankincense and myrrh in there, which are quite expensive, and you get a little cord tie there, which you can see down the bottom, and you get a key ring as well, so you can take your oils in your little birthing kit to the hospital or out and about with you to use through pregnancy. So this mini birth and baby set is £20. It doesn't include a wholesale account or anything like that, but it's a great way to try some of the oils. And then we put together a couple of other options. So birthing kit number 1, this includes the Digestin Touch oil. So that's pre-diluted and ready to roll on for any nausea or morning sickness. You've got clary sage in there to help during your labour, and lavender to help throughout your pregnancy and for your baby. This kit also includes your wholesale account membership, so you're getting 25% off these oils and any future oils that you buy for a year. And that kit also includes your mini frankincense and myrrh samples as well. So that's $89.80 for that birthing kit number 1. And then birthing kit number 2 we've put together. It's got a few more oils in it. You've got Digest-Zen or Zengest, which is the digestive blend. Balance, the grounding blend, my favourite. Lavender, calming. Lemon, uplifting. And wild orange. And then you've got the deep blue rub, which was the cream in the tube. Great for any pain, inflammation, back labour, migraines, any injuries. And also you get a diffuser with this kit, plus your mini frankincense and myrrh. So this kit also includes your free wholesale account. So you're getting 25% off these oils, and you've got a wholesale account there to use in the future if you should want to. So you can buy any of these oils that we've spoken about singularly today. But what most people will do is they will have a wholesale account, because then you're going to get 25% off the price of your oils. Now, a wholesale account on its own usually costs £24. You can see up on the top right there. But the best thing to do is to have to buy a kit. And then that wholesale account cost is included within the kit. So here are some of the examples of the kit. We've got down at the bottom in the middle, the mood management kit. That's your 4 core oils that I spoke about: balance, elevation, citrus bliss, and serenity. The emotional aromatherapy kit is over there on the left-hand side. That includes a free diffuser, and that includes your enrollment for a wholesale account as well. And then you've got 2 other kits here. The family physicians kit, which is 10 core oils: lemon, lavender, peppermint, melaleuca, oregano, Digest-Zen or Zengest, the digestive blend, On Guard, the protective blend. You've got Breathe, the respiratory blend, frankincense, and deep blue. And then the Home Essentials kit, which is underneath, that is those same oils but in 15ml bottles, plus you get a free diffuser, and the account charge is included in that kit as well. So these are all options. What we're going to do is we're going to turn you back on. I'm going to stop my screen share. Hopefully you're still there. And we're going to open up to any questions. But before you go, please do let us know your email addresses if you logged on, because sometimes it's difficult for us to see who joined, and we've got a lot of information to send you with some of the stuff that we covered tonight. So to make sure that you get that information, please do make sure that you either private message us or comment on the Facebook event, or send us an email so we can send you that key information. The other thing that I'd just like to add in is, if you do decide that you'd like to try some oils and you do get a wholesale account, that comes with a lot of support. So you get a free wellness consultation with us, one of us. We add you to some Facebook groups, and we will share resources with you to help you feel empowered and confident with your oils on your journey. And so, you know, it's really, really valuable. We don't want you to just have these oils and not use them or make the most out of them. Now, we also have a webinar coming up where we're going to be focusing more on essential oils for children. So for babies and children, if you have got older children, and you'd like to know about essential oils that you can use for standard family ailments, then we will be sharing a webinar on that very soon. And also, if you'd like to follow us, my Facebook page is Blooming and Glowing. You can follow me on Facebook. Verity's Facebook page is Life Balance. And Kyla, yours is Sacred Mama. Is that right? Perfect. You're muted.
Yes, Sacred Mama.
Sacred Mama. So everybody...
Got a few questions as well, Emily, from Laura about the lifelong vitality supplements during pregnancy. Yeah. I absolutely can. I think the lifelong vitality supplements are amazing to take throughout pregnancy and breastfeeding. I actually breastfed my first son till he was 3, so I breastfed a long time, and supplementation is crucial, I think, really, when you are breastfeeding, because you just need those extra nutrients and minerals. And the actual 3 together will just give you such, just everything you need on every level. So I highly recommend the LOV.
Mm-hmm. Right.
supplement.
Yeah, absolutely. It contains everything that you need on every level. So it's a great prenatal. Yeah, I'm just thinking, is there any other questions? I think we've covered most of it. Yeah, so do make sure that you do send us your email addresses so we can get in contact with you. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, Tanya's expecting very soon. We met the other day at the fair. Oh, good luck. Very exciting. Also, for anyone who's interested in hosting a class, if you're not too far away, get in contact with us. If you've got any friends who you think would love to learn about the oils or could benefit from the oils, then we can come to you and do a lovely class for you and your friends. And the benefit of that is you get to smell the oils and get to try some of the yummy food and drink that we can make with the oils too. And anyone who might be interested in learning about the doTERRA business, most people with doTERRA, most people are customers that enjoy and love the oils and just use them for themselves. But there is a business as well, and it is incredible. And I'm very passionate about it and about sharing that too. So if anyone thinks, oh, I'm a bit interested about learning how it works, let me know, or let anybody know that invited you, and we'll be able to give you more details. So unless anybody has any other questions, anyone? Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we've given you some great information tonight. We did run over a little bit, but some great information to take with you on such a magical journey, the greatest adventure of all. And so much love. Thank you, Verity. And thank you, Kyla, for both.
Well, actually, I'd just like to add as well that I'm doing a webinar with Kathy on the 25th, which is Healthy Kids, Happy Mums. So this is kind of going on from this webinar. Let me just double check yes, the 25th.
Perfect.
Yeah, Healthy Kids, Happy Mums, and it'll be 8 o'clock. So if you go on my page, you'll be able to get the link for that as well, which is brilliant.
Lovely. Okay, so everybody, so much love. Thank you for joining us. Sleep tight and good luck, and embrace and enjoy.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye. Thank you.